Arizona Wildcats lost to Oregon in the Pac-12 tourney, 67-59. And we're playing ball in Salt Lake City. And it's the Wildcats first.
And we're looking at right now, it's Long Beach State showing a little bit of zone early on, trying to throw this Wildcat team off, maybe slowing down a little bit. The Wildcats, one of the fastest teams in the nation.
Love. First three won't go. At the beach, looking to run. Sahonis behind the back pass. They get a good open look. That three won't drop either, but they get the offensive rebound.
That's what they do. They attack the glass. This team is relentless, a lot of energy. Not the most efficient offensive club in the world, but they make up for it with hustle.
Big guys banging inside. Air ball handled by Pelle Larsson on the baseline.
It's important against the zone. You want to move that ball and eventually get that ball in the middle of the zone, watch the zone compress, and then spray it out for your three-point shots.
They got the elbow shot, clangs off the back of the iron from Johnson.
Wow, shot right there by Sahonis. Now, he's capable of hitting those shots. He's had some big games this year. Had 35 at Michigan for a win. Had 28 against USC. But early on in the game, you want to get a better quality look than that.
Neither team able to hit yet. 0 for 3 for the Beach. 0 for 2 for Arizona. Drive and a scoop shot won't go. Ballo clears it off. And here comes Boswell, the point guard. Woo! Some extra speed. Still missed at the rim.
And Boswell's been struggling the last couple of games. He has to make those shots as we see Sahonis get his done down at the other end on the reverse.
Long Beach State scores first. Sahonis comes in, averaging a little under 18 a game.
So far, the zone for Long Beach State is working.
Working around the perimeter. Boswell fakes the shot. Got it to Larsson in the corner. And his three goes.
And that's excellent execution right there. Anytime you can run your offense, the ball moves side to side, and you end up with a three-ball corner pocket, that means you're doing something right, partner.
The answer on the other end from Jadon Jones.
Jones with the big-time shot. And then hits us with the Jalen Brunson three-point celebration afterwards.
Love in the corner, and he drills it. No, it's Boswell.
Yes, and that's back-to-back great possessions by Arizona. Getting those corner threes both times. This time the ball hit the middle, then it went to the corner. I like what they're doing their last two possessions.
Boswell and Love, the two best three-point shooters, but everybody on Arizona's team can stroke it pretty good. This time inside on the fade.
Wild shot right there.
They had a couple of those.
Yeah. You're going to get a couple of those early on in these games as the guys settle in. You got a little bit of nerves right now.
Yep.
It's the NCAA tournament, the bright lights, the big stage, so sometimes guys come out a little bit nervous.
Here's a corner three, and that one goes for Johnson.
I'll tell you what, if Long Beach State's going to continue to give up uncontested corner threes, they're going to have to get out of that zone. Most teams run a lot of 2-3. Looks like Long Beach State right now is running a 3-2. Right now the 3-2 is getting exploited.
And just a steal on the inside by Keyshawn Johnson.
Oh, he had numbers. If you look the other way, Johnson had Love and Boswell on the other side.
Larsson, the left hand won't go. Abubakar, Traore, Abubakar and Lassina, the Traores are not related, believe it or not. They're from the same part of the country.
Listen, yeah, they said where they're from, the Traore name is kind of like the last name Smith.
I guess.
So
Sahonis gets it ahead to Jones. Jones working against Larsson's going to go over and rebound off to Caleb Love. Everybody wanting to shoot the threes right now.
Everybody's trying to let it fly.
Yep.
If I'm Arizona, I'm going to go right back to what I've been doing. Working that clock, working the ball around the perimeter, and trying to get those corner threes.
That time they got a good look at a three, but Off the mark, Lucina Traore with the rebound. Leading rebounder in the Big West. Five minutes in, 4-point Arizona lead. And a scoop between the legs to get the pass would have been a nifty assist. Arizona by 4 early as we check in with the third member of our team, Dana Jacobson. Dana.
Thanks, Ness. You mentioned earlier the run that the Beach had in their conference tournament when they learned that their head coach was out in the position. The players said that they just pulled together. They focused on the core, on the family. The coach said he didn't even know his players loved him until he told them that news. He said, look, I don't have a job, but I have everything. I have family, I have friends, and I have those players.
And they're playing with house money right now. It's a great feeling. They can be as loose as they want to be. And Dan's been excellent coach, 17 years there. Before that, it was Minnesota. Gonzaga before that. There's a Gonzaga connection here that we'll talk about as we go with Tommy Lloyd, having played there. Mark Few, coached under Dan Munson. All tied together. And Traore at the free throw line with his first point. I'll try to keep the Traores straight. This is Lucina at the line.
Better you than me.
They're both from the same city in the Ivory Coast, and as Brendan said, apparently that last name's pretty common if you're not related. And he's got his opening points and cuts the lead to 2.
Let's see what Arizona's running out of this timeout against the zone. Against these zones, a lot of times coming out of timeouts, look for those lob plays. And even though they've got some good looks at the 3, they still haven't established the post inside.
And there's another corner 3, and it goes. Again, all the points for Arizona outside the arc, and that one from Jaden Bradley.
Obviously, defense is designed to stop Arizona from scoring at the rim. It's doing that, but in the same breath, they're giving up those 3-point shots rather easily. None of these 3-pointers are contested.
Here's a drive to the inside and off the window. A.J. George with his first basket. Love. 3 clangs off the back of the iron. Abubakar Traore with a rebound. The number 2 rebounder in the conference. And he works his way inside, rimmed one out. Pelle Larsson with a rebound.
Arizona, you got to run right now while this defense is trying to set up, and that's exactly what Caleb Love does.
Yeah, he put on the extra heat.
But when you see a guy like Caleb Love and he has the ball, you have to understand he's going to be aggressive. You have to build a wall up. Long Beach State didn't sprint back, build that wall. Caleb Love took advantage.
Lucina Traore working inside, air ball, thought he was fouled, didn't get the call. Larsson, extra speed, and he scores off the window and a foul. Showing his versatility, hit a 3 and then a drive and a chance for an old-fashioned 3 here.
Nice drive right here. You see Larsson taking the contact, understands where he's at, uses the glass. Strong take by that young man right there.
Out of Nacka, Sweden. Good defender. That's 5 points early here.
I'll tell you what I've liked Arizona's execution so far in this game. Known for being a fast break team. Only Caleb Love has a fast break bucket so far, but their execution against this zone has been flawless. The ball's been moving around, hasn't been sticking, and they've been getting quality looks.
And some full court pressure from the Wildcats. The Beach handles that well. Issa Silva in the ball game for the first time on a runner. And ball and possession arrows going to be to Long Beach State. Let's take a look at our keys to the game presented by Great Clips.
Yeah, and the keys for Long Beach State: play fast, play free, get that tempo going early on. And Sahones has to get going early for the Wildcat. Establish Balo inside, especially on those weak side duck-ins, and make Long Beach State beat you from the 3-point line. They're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league at 30%.
They've only got one today, and that was Jadon Jones. And they find themselves down 17-9. Face-up jumper goes. Nice job by A.J. George off the bench.
Long Beach State definitely needed that bucket. Now they have to figure out how do they get things done defensively. Now they're running the, looks like a little bit of a different type zone.
Larson can't get it off the window. Traore the rebound. Jones, nice feed, and that one goes.
Back-to-back strong possessions by Long Beach State.
Amari Stroud in the scorebook for the first time. Krivas underneath, can't connect.
Man, that's the second layup Larson's missed. Excellent cut to the basket, just has to finish that one.
A little bit out of control. Pace of the game is crazy right now.
Well, both of these teams like to play fast. And Long Beach State is a super fast tempo team, 29th fastest in pace.
Ooh. Great drive, can't finish. Rebound. Foul on the rebound.
Coach, Brendan called your execution against the zone flawless. What have you liked that you've seen so far? I know you've gotten shots inside that just haven't gone.
Well, I don't know if it's flawless. I mean, part of execution is making layups. We got to slow down and make some layups. We've made a few threes. I know these games are long, and they're going to change defense, try to get us out of rhythm, and we got to have great fundamentals and poise.
Thanks, Coach.
So far, that poise has been outside the arc. They've led by as many as 8. That's been cut in half. And the Beach can cut deeper into it on this trip. Top of the key. And rattling it home, Amari Stroud. So Stroud and A.J. George off the bench have helped the cause.
That's what you need. You need sometimes that energy, that spark off the bench. And keep paying attention to this Long Beach State zone. It's not the same zone every time down. This time it looks like they were in a 1-3-1 look. I could be mistaken, but they're definitely mixing it up along the backside.
Chance for Long Beach State to lead. They led 2-0 at the beginning of the game. That one goes, and they are in front.
And there's Stroud, and he's looking at the crowd. Long Beach State feeling the energy. They love it.
That's only his 6th three-pointer of the year, and it's given Long Beach State the lead back.
What they say, better late than never.
That's right. It's a good time to do it. And again, Coach Lloyd said we got to start making layups, and that layup didn't fall for K.J. Lewis either. Long Beach State coming the other way, and they score again and one.
And that's where they're dangerous. Like I told you, they like to push the tempo. They're a very fast-paced team. They want to score before the defense is set. And Sahonis, right there with the and one, did exactly that. Nice floater, reads the defense, and takes the bump from the big fella.
Boy, this is a team that could have, when they were down 8, said, okay, this isn't going our way. And it's just been exactly the opposite. They're on a 12-hole run right now. And about to be 13-0 if Sabonis hits this free throw. Doesn't. Nonetheless, they're up 3.
This run was huge for Long Beach State. When you're a lower-seeded team, you just want to keep that game close or be up a couple late in the game because you know the building will turn on the higher-seeded team very quickly.
You got that right. You played enough of those to know that.
Oh, man. I got caught one time by Weber State. We were a 3 seed. They were the 14th, and, man, the building turned on us, and it was lights out. The legend of Harold Michelle Larson, though. That's a nice steal right there by Long Beach State.
Stroud just took it away from Larson.
Stroud's been huge off the bench.
He's their leading scorer right now. Might want to get it in his hands again. Jadon Jones, top of the circle. Now Sahonis trying to drive against Larson. He got bumped. Larson's first foul. First 4 coverage for the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship continues tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. For more information on the game, times, and listings, go to NCAA.com.
And that was a great drive right there by Sahonis. And that's what he does well. He's great at getting to the rim, drawing an average of 6 fouls per 40 minutes. Shoots 77% from the free throw line, so he's going there with a purpose. He's going to drive with a purpose to get fouled.
Tried to get it in, turn it over on the inside. Back come the Wildcats. Larson had it rejected. Boy, Long Beach State doing well on both ends. That three-pointer won't drop. Ballo with the rebound. Boswell back in at the point. They kind of say as he goes, the team goes. He had one three-pointer early, but nothing since. And another steal.
That's Ballo's first touch inside, but the big fella has to keep his eye on the prize and on the defense. Work that ball down, and
A.J. George with a runner.
By George, I think he's got it. George with the and one.
George and Stroud have been sensational for Long Beach State.
Yes, you see George right here reading the defense. Larson tries to step over late, and he was too late, just in time to get the foul.
That's two on Larson, and he's coming out. Caleb Love comes back in. Oh, wait a minute. Well, he was going out, I thought. And instead, he'll stay in. A 13-0 Long Beach State run right here. At the line, A.J. George, sophomore out of Fresno. Short on the free throw.
I've been impressed with how diverse Long Beach State's zone has been.
Three-pointer by Love, rimmed out. Boswell stays in the paint, can't get it to go. He'll try again.
And that's just what they were talking about. What Dana was talking about with coach at the break. Arizona missing layup after layup. That's the seventh missed layup this half.
Missed three in that trip.
Well, I guess it's more than seven now.
Sahonis trying to back in on Boswell. Now goes baseline with the right hand. Trying to get his own miss. Boswell comes out of the pack with it. And the lead pass to Love. And he's fouled. And it goes. Thought it was going to rim out, but it stayed in.
Strong take by Love.
Coach, you've got a 3-point lead now. You were down 8 at what point? What got you back into this?
Well, we got some stops. We didn't get, they hit some early threes, and then we got, I think, 6 out of 7 stops. And, this is a very potent offensive team we're playing. And just even that last play, you make a mistake on the offensive end, and it costs you on this end. We've got to get the ball moving and get better shots than we did the last couple possessions.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. That 13-0 run certainly helped and lit up the crowd here as well.
Definitely did. And that run sparked by their bench. Long Beach State right now, 13 points already off the bench between George and Stroud.
Caleb Love trying to cap off that three-point play on the layup right before the timeout. And miss it. He doesn't miss that many.
Yeah, that's surprising. He's a very strong free throw shooter.
1 of 11 Arizona on the floor in that stretch when Long Beach State got the lead back. Boswell got an open look and drilled it.
And man, Arizona needed that, and Boswell's needed that. He's been on the struggle bus lately. Good, clean looks like that is how you get off of it.
Our first tie of the game at 22. Sahonis with Caleb Love guarding him. A nice run to the rim, but Boswell knocked it out of bounds, and this will be Long Beach State ball. Couch or courtside, refresh your fandom with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Well, you try it and decide. 7 on the shot clock for Long Beach State on the inbound.
Long Beach State's going to have to hurry.
And they throw it away. Wildcats looking to regain the lead on the strip.
Follow inside calling for it. Be the big fella, let him go to work.
He hasn't done anything offensively so far until now.
That's what he does. He's a big-time space heater inside. I like that drive.
And bench points all in the favor of Long Beach State in the person of A.J. George and Amari Stroud. .640 to go first half. Game 1 here in the West region. Long Beach State in the yellow uniforms, Arizona in the white and the red trim. And foul.
Yeah.
Going to be on Keyshawn Johnson. Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. Experience it on the big screen and in IMAX, only in theaters March 29th. Jadon Jones going to the free throw line. 85% free throw shooter. He's a native of Long Beach, one of their own. Played at St. Anthony High School in Long Beach. Excuse me, partner.
Oh, no problem. And on the flip side, if you're Johnson, you can't commit that foul right there. You got Jones inside the three-point line. They can take that contested, too. You can't bail him out by giving him an easy opportunity.
Yeah, and he was off balance, too.
Yeah.
Arizona with a little bit of foul trouble. Krivitz, Keyshawn Johnson, and Pella Larson all with 2.
And with Arizona having the size advantage and inside, you would think they'd be the team that'd be forcing fouls, but it's been the exact opposite. It's been Long Beach State.
How about that? Out the pass and the finish by Traore.
I told you they play fast, and they were extra fast on that possession.
Like he was shot out of a cannon when he took off in transition and got a nice pass from his teammate to get him out there. Johnson threw it away.
Another turnover. And when you catch that ball in the middle of that zone, you have to be confident and patient. Let that zone collapse to you. Don't rush the ball out of your hands if you're Johnson.
What a dish. And inside with a score. And it's George again. He's got 8.
How great has he been off the bench?
Ballo draws a crowd. Kicks it back outside. The 3 rims out. Ballo trying to keep it alive. And again, the Beach running. Jones, Sahonis on the baseline. Had to give it up. Caleb Love comes out of the pack. He's got Boswell on the other side. Boswell, the drive with the left hand.
Strong take by Boswell. Read the defense. Closeout was a little bit too hard, and he put it in reverse. Got the easy layup.
Got a good look on the assists from Love. 4.5 to go in the half. Long Beach State maintains a 2-point lead. Jadon Jones is not shy.
When he gets the ball, he's got one thing on his mind, and that's going to get buckets.
That's his 77th three-pointer of the year. Here's Ballo inside with a flush.
Great work by the big fella. Did his work early as well. He had been holding off that seal for at least 3 to 5 seconds before he actually got that ball. I think Arizona can do a little bit more of that. This time they got the dunk for Ballo. Last time they got a wide open 3. They just didn't make it. When he touches the ball, good things happen.
Saw the double-double string by Ballo. He averages 13 and 10. Boswell pull up 3. Yes. Well, we said when he gets going, they get going. And just when they were down by 5 a couple of seconds ago, I mean, literally seconds ago, we're tied at 31.
A lot of people on the Arizona staff think that Boswell's kind of like the barometer for this team. If he's going well, they're going well.
Sahonis on the drive and the lay-in, got around everybody. And Caleb Love picks up the loose ball. He'll fire immediately. Ballo keeps it alive. They feed the paint to Johnson. And foul, got the bucket. Has been a 3-point shooting contest for especially Arizona. Everybody getting in the act. They have 6 threes already. Boswell leads the way with 3. Caleb Love, who's their best 3-point shooter, doesn't have one yet. They've got 5 guys on their team that have 34 or more three-pointers on the year, led by Caleb Love with 86. And so that's kept them in the game, at times in the lead. At times Long Beach State's had the lead, and in this case we're tied for the fourth time, at least, coming up to this free throw by Keyshawn Johnson.
And it seems like that's what Long Beach State wants to do. They want Arizona to force them to beat them from outside. They really haven't run much man-to-man, if any man-to-man at all. It's been a lot of different zones. They've mixed it up. Looked like some 3-2, some 2-3, 1-3-1. Their zone, sometimes it's confusing me to sit here watching it because it's different every single possession.
Right. There's Messiah Thompson in now, running the point. By the way, after hitting that free throw, Johnson goes out. He's playing with 2 fouls, but Pella Larson came back in, and he as well is playing with 2. With 2:44 to go in the half. Traore can't get it to go. Kept alive by the other Traore, and finally the Traore duo scores it.
And that's what they do. They get on the glass. This team ranks 53rd in offensive rebound rate. They will chase their misses.
Larson lobs it into Ballo, throws his shoulder. They kick it around to the outside, and now an open lane, but a foul and a hard one on the drive from Jaden Bradley.
Talk about a meeting at the summit.
Tournament summary so far. 6 teams from Texas, most of Eddie State. There's a lot of Bulldogs. We're going to see some of those Bulldogs later on today here. 15 seeds have made Sweet 16 in 3 straight years after it hadn't happened. It seemed like forever. And right now we got a 15 seed with a 1-point lead on the number 2 seed.
We were calling one of those games last year where a 15 seed was able to make it to the next round.
And it was against these guys.
Yeah. I will say this, Assistant Coach Steve Robinson told me, since we called the game last year and they lost to Princeton, if something funky happens tonight, we are banned from calling Arizona games.
I know Dana had the same problem when she texted Coach Lloyd and said, you know, maybe you'll have a better outcome. It wasn't our fault. Both free throws going now, some full court pressure from the Wildcats, and it paid off.
And that time right there, George, one of his few mistakes has had.
Pella Larson lets fly too deep.
A little windy in here, partner.
Yeah, a little bit. Messiah Thompson found a little lane, but he left it for the big guy. No foul. Follow, nice defense.
Bradley's got to look up. He had 3 guys ahead of him, Boswell, Larson, and Caleb Love. Could have been a transition bucket.
Switch off on Boswell. He's going to take the 3 over the big guy anyway. Caleb Love trying to keep it alive, and did. Right back to him. He'll try a 3. That's his first one.
He is not shy. This is the type of guy that can miss 7, 8 shots in a row. He is not going to run from that 9th or 10th shot. He believes in himself to the umpteenth power.
His 87th three-pointer of the year has given Arizona a 4-point advantage.
I tell you what, Caleb Love has improved his efficiency this year as well. This is the first time in his career where he shot over 40% from the field.
Thompson airmailed one to the backside. Here comes the Wildcats. They have numbers. Well, they did have momentarily. Boswell brings it back out on top. Now Pella Larson. Boswell on a runner. And going to have a foul underneath. Looks like it's going to be on Long Beach State. Watch CBS Sports HQ for free. 24/7 coverage of the big dance and all the biggest moments in sports. Catch tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps, and a lot more. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. So Kylan Boswell going to the free throw line. Foul was on Lucina Traore, his second. Oh, it's inbound. Beg your pardon. No shooting foul. And a steal.
Long Beach State active with their hands.
Jones left it behind his back to Sahonis. That one died at the rim, and Ballo with a rebound, and we're down to a half minute to play. It's about 8 seconds difference. Caleb Love will be the inbound man. Jaden Bradley, Ballo, Pella Larson, and Boswell on the floor with him.
See what Arizona's got cooked up against this zone. Coming out of the timeout, the coaching staff had a really good chance to survey it and draw something up.
Larson in the paint, got the feed from Boswell and scored it.
And that middle of the zone's been open all game long. Arizona finally taking advantage.
6-point lead, 10 seconds to play, and got an official timeout. And I'm not sure what it's about.
We see, go back, we see Larson with a nice floater inside.
Well, they lost a little time getting the ball in bounds, but
Clock froze. Okay.
so we're going to lose a couple seconds. Long Beach State is going to have time for a shot. Trailing by 6. Having led by as many as 5.
There we go. And we see that the shot clock never resets on this possession. That's why right now they're trying to figure things out.
So after a fast and furious first half, this is the first time we've had a stall.
And if you're Long Beach State, you get to use this time as a extra timeout. Maybe you find a way to get the ball in Sahonis' hands. Team's leading scorer. Right now only has 6 points, 3 of 8 from the field, so you'd love to get a bucket for him, something going downhill towards the basket to have him feeling good about himself coming out in the second half.
Again, the guys that have been the most effective for Long Beach State for the most part are A.J. George and Amari Stroud off the Beach bench.
15 points between those two guys.
Yep. Okay, we're going back old school now. We got a stopwatch out over there. Arizona on a 7-0 run after Long Beach State led 35-34.
Oh, I thought you were playing around. They really do have a stopwatch.
I wouldn't kid you.
You sure?
Maybe later, but not during the game.
Got the stopwatch. It's taking a while. Might need the theme song for Jeopardy.
Dun, 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 dun. So, I think we've come down to 9.6.
All right. Now we're about to get back to that.
So when they blew the whistle, there was 10 seconds left on the game clock. So we lost 0.4. Still plenty of time to run any play they want for the Beach. Sahonis will be the inbound. 5 to shoot. Sahonis has to give it up, though. Gonna have to hurry. Got the shot away, and it almost went. But Arizona will have the momentum heading to the locker room. The last one of those came at 35-35, but as I said, that 7-0 run by the Wildcats at the end of the half has them where they are right now. Caleb Love's going to trot over and inbound right in front of us to start the second half.
If you're Long Beach State, you have to keep the pressure on Arizona. You can't let them sprint out and get a quick 4 or 5 points, get comfortable, get a double-digit lead.
The first 4 minutes of the second half always important.
This time, like I said, they're switching the defense. Now they're in more of a 1-3-1 look.
Larson with a lob underneath to Johnson. Double team down low. Still got the shot away.
Great job by Johnson. Took his time in there, didn't rush, carved out some space, got right to the reverse layup.
So they match their biggest advantage with that opening bucket. Here's a runner in and out. Love the extra pass, baseline, Boswell in and out, and ball will be out to Long Beach State.
You see Larson throwing it into Johnson's holding position against Sahonis. Then he carves out that space, that one little bump, gets him right to the other side of the basket. Excellent footwork and patience inside.
Keshad spent 4 years at San Diego State before coming to Arizona. So a wily veteran. Ooh, that one hurt.
Wild shot by Sahonis. He's a guy they got to get going. They're not taking shots like that.
Love three. That one's off the mark as well. Ahead on the break. Fast break points they haven't had, and they still don't.
Great block by Love. Excellent rejection. Didn't give up on the play.
Caleb Love on the drive. The lob underneath. Great feed to Johnson. So Keshad's in double figures. Caleb with a little love to his teammate. Caleb Love leading his man, Keshad Johnson, up and in. And Keshad in double digits. And that tandem going to work to give them a double-digit lead for the first time, up 10.
Let's see how Long Beach State responds. Down double figures in the danger zone.
Ooh, Ballo just rejected that one.
Excellent block.
Sahonis, that three short.
Sahonis just can't get it going right now.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. Just as you said that, he's like, I got to get out of this funk.
That's great defense by Ballo. Slid his feet. Got the block up top. That's what you want from your bigs.
7 of the last 9 layups or dunks. That's something they couldn't connect on in the first half. Johnson feeling it.
Johnson really kick-starting Arizona this half. He's incredible.
Going back to the end of the half, it's a 14-0 run.
Now we're in that danger zone area. And another block by Ballo.
Boswell, the no look. Ballo keeps it alive. Love for three. Oh, offensive rebound, Johnson. Tipped in by Ballo.
Man, it's been the Johnson and Ballo show these last couple possessions. Ballo with multiple blocks, and now the offensive rebound, and Johnson with the three and the buckets inside.
Boy, to think that we were tied at 35 at one point, and now it's 50-35.
Long Beach State hasn't gotten a good look this half.
And they still didn't. They're going to call a foul on Keshad Johnson. That'll be his third.
You see Johnson just stepping into this three. Long Beach State a little bit late on the contest.
So Sahonis goes to the free throw line. Maybe this will get him on his game. 77% free throw shooter, and hits the first. Be prepared for history to be written, hearts to be broken, and one champion to be chosen in a 2024 Stanley Cup playoffs. NHL on TNT playoff coverage starts April 20th on TBS and Max. Marcus Sahonis, Portland native, got them both to go. He's got 8.
He's a big time. He's a big time scorer, and a lot of times scorers just need to go to the free throw line, see that ball go in for things to really get kickstarted.
Boy, Caleb Love, he might not be scoring, but he's accounting for a lot of points with his assists.
Caleb Love's about winning. Of course, he wants to score the basketball, but if those opportunities aren't there, he will make the pass.
Comes up with the rebound. Pelle Larsson for three. Everything's happening right now for the Wildcats.
This is Arizona basketball. Getting out in transition, getting quality shots. If you're Arizona, you can't take your foot off the gas. Right before the break, I saw Keshad Johnson walking over to his teammates, giving the throat slash sign, saying, "It's over, it's over." Hey, Keshad, there's 16 minutes left in this game. Relax.
Guys, I was listening to Coach Munson in the huddle just before, and he was reminding the players that you've got to play our game. We've got to play together. If you're doubled going down the lane, you got to share the ball. The assistant coach is reiterating again, let's play our game. Let's get a stop.
Well, they desperately need one, that's for sure. And Ballo made a stop on the other end as he continues to block shots here in this half.
Ballo's been huge. Only 2 blocks, but he's had a couple other shots that he's deterred as we see Boswell knock down another jumper.
That's his 4th three-pointer.
This is a guy that's only had 11 points in his last 3 games combined before this. He's on fire tonight.
He's got 16 right now. From deep. He started off slow, and boy, when he got going, has not slowed down at all.
And he's just found so much space and quality looks within the zone. We talked about Boswell's struggles, but he's gotten good looks tonight. Hasn't had to force any action.
Four of 7 from three-point land for Kylan. Traore's inside, a muscle shot, and an offensive foul on Lucina Traore. That's his 3rd. Couch or courtside, refresh your fandom with a delicious Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try it and decide.
Things are really starting to snowball right now for Long Beach State.
Yeah, they are.
Can't get stops.
Only 2 points this half.
Yeah, offensively, things are just a little bit disjointed.
Boswell feeding the post. Ballo brings it back out to him. Love, the left hand, had that blocked. Traore is going to try another one in close and finally got it to go. Abubakar, that's only his 6th point of the game.
That was a great read by Traore. Larsson never stopped the ball, so he kept going right to the basket.
First field goal they've had since way back the end of the first half, as Larsson goes to the rack and he draws a foul.
Traore sees Larsson. Larsson doesn't stop the ball. Thought he had a layup, but he sticks with it. If at first you don't succeed.
Pelle Larsson going to the free throw line. He had a hot streak going in the first half. 76% free throw shooter. This is his 2nd trip to the line. And that one rattles out. Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Got the 2nd. 12 points for Larsson. Sahonis on the bench. A 20-point Wildcat lead.
And the Wildcats have this 20-point lead with Caleb Love only having 7 points, shooting 3 of 12 from the floor.
There's a gift underneath for Lucina Traore. Larsson lobs inside. Offensive foul on Ballo.
And that was an important possession for Long Beach State as they get the offensive foul, but more importantly, they switched that defense yet again. Now they actually went to a traditional man-to-man defense. So the zone's been getting cut up. Let's see if they'll stay with man-to-man a little bit more.
And that entry pass broken up by Boswell. Larsson, the extra pass. Boswell, not this time. There's Jones, pull-up 3. Over Ballo, no good.
Those type of shots, when you're down, those type of shots just kill you. You have numbers. You got to get a quality possession right there. I know Jones is an aggressive offensive player, but you got to get a good look.
Caleb Love for three.
That's a good look. Catch and shoot, wide open.
He's got 10.
That's been the story of this game, the quality of shot. Arizona's quality of shot has been great. Long Beach State sometimes has left something to be desired. And even early on in this game, when it was closer, it was because Arizona was missing layups. And we all know those are quality shots.
We're going to whistle on that double team. Foul on Arizona.
You see Ballo reads the defense. Boswell cuts. And once Boswell cuts, that low defender stays with the cut. Love wide open for the three.
Ballo and Boswell get a breather. 4 guys in double figures.
And that's why ball movement and body movement is so important on offense. Caleb Love got that three, but it's because once Boswell was at the top, he didn't just stand there. He got right off the top and made that weak side defender react to him.
Funny, Arizona has 4 guys that average double figures. Boswell not being one of them. He's at 9.8 a game. He's the guy that's got 16 today. Sahonis will check back in. And Abubakar Traore checks out. Stroud, little half hook, tipped in. Going to be offensive interference on Lassina Traore. No basket.
Long Beach State goes back to the zone. Thought they might stay in man-to-man a little bit longer, try to force some turnovers, but they seem that they're comfortable with this right here.
Three rims out and knocked out of bounds by Larson. It'll be ball to the Long Beach State.
21-point game, 12 minutes left to play. If you're Sahonis, the time is now. You got to jumpstart this team. Right now, everybody's head's kind of down, look kind of lifeless. Go out and get 2 or 3 buckets on your own real quick and see if you can spark your teammates.
He's got the assist, but that layup won't go. Arizona talked about them being number 3 in the country in scoring, almost 88 a game. Assists second, fast break point second, rebounds third. You win a lot of games with those kind of stats.
When you can score like that, normally good things happen for you.
Sahonis, tough shot, but he's fouled. That's going to be the 3rd on Larson.
If you're Larson, you did your job. You cut off the drive by Sahonis, force him into a tough fadeaway. Just make him make that shot. Don't bail him out with the free throws.
His only scoring in this half has been from the line. Sahonis spent time at Washington and VCU before heading to Long Beach State.
Like I said, we said in the first half, he's capable of getting hot. He had 35 against Michigan in a win in Ann Arbor. 28 against USC, so he can get cooking.
Watch Wiberon coverage of all the men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with Fast Break presented by AT&T 5G in the March Madness Live app. You can download it right now. Bella Larson with that 3rd foul will sit. Sabonis in double figures now at 10. But a long ways to go for the Beach to get back in this thing.
And Long Beach State might have to start trying to trap out of the zone or do something to try to disrupt Arizona's offense. Right now, Arizona's feeling way too comfortable in the half court. And just as I say that, Bradley throws it in the corner to nobody.
One-on-one work against Love. Tough shot won't go. Rebound off to Krivas. Here's the lob ahead. Not quite. Going the other way. Same idea. Stroud for three. One's out. Offensive rebound, though, by Jaden Jones.
That's what they do. This team is scrappy. They'll get after you. They'll get after it on the glass. They'll try to push that tempo. Fast break points really haven't been there tonight, but they have had some good offensive rebound opportunities.
5 on the shot clock. And a foul on the rebound on A.J. George.
Back to my man, Brad Nessler, Brendan, and Dana.
Oh, Jamie Earl. Thanks, James. 62-43 here, 11:18 remaining.
How come you're her man, Brad Nessler? I'm just Brendan Haywood.
Because she worked with me on
I worked with Jamie
for
too.
a long time.
We did CBS college basketball together.
I'm older than you.
This too is true. Tell Jamie about his stuff, man.
Jamie's the best.
I'm not feeling the love here.
Caleb is.
Yes, he is.
He's not out there right now, though. Larson for 3.
That's been the calling card for Arizona all game. Getting great three-point looks in the corner against this Long Beach State zone. Oh, my goodness.
That was an easy one.
Think that was a pass?
A.J. George and Stroud both in double figures off the bench, but it hadn't been enough. Ishad Johnson cut off on the baseline.
Ballo's got a mismatch inside.
Kicks it back out. Three-pointer off the mark.
Doesn't matter what defense they're in. Long Beach State this time is a man-to-man, but regardless if it's man or zone, they're giving up wide-open looks to Arizona on the perimeter.
Stroud, long one-hander, got it.
What a game Stroud is having off the bench.
He only averages 4 points a game, and he's got 11.
Don't tell him that.
Midway, second half. Stroud might end up being their leading scorer in this game before it's over. Lob underneath, Ballo. And he's fouled by Stroud.
See some great ball movement here by Arizona. Long Beach State falls asleep on the strong side right there, and Larson's able to get that 3.
Larson is 43% three-point shooter. Has 3 today, 15 points for the game. And Umar Ballo, all Pac-12, 2 years in a row at the free throw line. This is not his strong suit. But he might make the next one.
He shoots around 50% from the free throw line, so that's normal with the percentages.
That's right. That's the way I laid it out there.
I think he's going to knock it down.
I think so, too.
Gentleman's bet, $1?
No, I think he's going to hit it, too. He's got 12 boards. Average over 10 on the season. See? There you go.
Big fella, take your time. Knock it down with confidence. Not a big-time scoring night for Ballo, but 12 rebounds, just making sure that he gets his work done on the glass.
Boy, that was a strong move. The first time, really, Abubakar Traore inside, sort of threw his shoulder, went up, got his own miss, and puts it back in. Cuts the lead down to 15.
Oh, he's open. There we go.
Well, he draws a crowd, but he's going to go back to the line, and that's where they want him.
And I love the weak side duck and the big fella taking up space.
We mentioned Dayton and Nevada coming up next. The winner of that one plays the winner of the one we're involved with right now.
And going back to that post up by Ballo right there. When that ball switches sides, he does an excellent job of getting big, 2 feet in the lane and getting right in front of the basket. You see so many big fellas right now not doing that, not taking advantage of the weak side duck ends. They're floating to the three-point line or they're playing along the baseline. But one of the best things you can still do in this game is get big in the paint, use your body, and create a foul opportunity or a layup opportunity inside.
Umar feeling it right now from the stripe.
Hey guys, Umar Ballo's been working on his body in the preseason. He got his body fat down to the lowest percentage that it's been. The strength and conditioning coach said it's all been him, and the work it continued this season. He cut out soda, sugars, tries to finish his last meal 4 to 5 hours before bed. The dessert he missed the most, cheesecake.
Oh man, don't we all? Don't we all?
They took our cheesecake away last night before I had a chance to get any.
Yeah, I looked at it and walked past it. I don't need that in my life. I'm not a young man anymore. Eating cheesecake at nighttime was not my friend.
Yeah, all those things that Umar cut out during the season I did last night, all in about a 2-hour stretch. Boswell to Ballo. So Umar getting in the act on offense.
Been quiet offensively. The next thing you know, it's been a flurry by Ballo.
That three-pointer won't go for Sahonis. Hasn't had one today. This guy's had a whale of a game.
Oh, yeah.
And going to have a cheap nickel dimer on Amari Stroud.
You see Boswell come off the screen and roll. Ballo goes straight down the lane. Stroud doesn't tag over. It's not Stroud, it's Sahonis. On that screen and roll right there, Sahonis has to come off his man in the corner and tag Ballo's body. He didn't do it. Give Boswell credit for reading the defense and throwing it up top.
Umar showing why he shot 65% from the floor. Might not be the greatest from the free throw line, but his field goal percentage is top notch. A lot of those, like the one we just saw. Another lob, that one's picked up. No walk called, and following his own, whatever step that was Traore.
I'm not sure what it was, but it worked. It counts for 2.
It worked. Boswell threw that one up for Ballo too, I think.
I think that might have just been a floater. Kind of got caught in between, it looks like.
Maybe a little indecisive. Good selection of shots in the second half by Arizona, especially from three-point land where they've hit 12. And they've got a 70-53 lead as we check in with Dana.
Guys, these two head coaches go way back in time, back to when Coach Munson was at Gonzaga, 1998-99. Tommy Lloyd still playing at the time, playing at Walla Walla JC. Lloyd wanted to get a spot on the Gonzaga team. Coach Munson didn't think he was good enough, but he said, come back and see me when you're ready to coach. And Lloyd did just that. Thing is, Munson had left for Minnesota, so the Gonzaga head coach, Mark Few, gave him the job as a grad assistant. And as Coach Munson said, Tommy owes me.
So the offer stayed open in essence, and Tommy's made it pay off, that's for sure.
Those two guys had dinner with Coach Few on Wednesday night with all their families. They have all remained close. It was to the point where Coach Lloyd reported to dinner a little bit late. Tommy gave him a hard time, and he said, well, he's giving me a hard time. I told him we were trying to install that Princeton offense. It's complicated, and it took a little extra time.
Tommy and Mark's daughters are so close that Tommy Lloyd's daughter's staying with the Fews this week for this regional instead of staying with her own family. That's pretty cool. They all grew up together. Munson family here, obviously, and it might be his wife Darcy. It might be the last 7 minutes and 16 seconds that they will watch him coach. At least it will be for Long Beach State.
You can see that thought is running through their mind right now. Okay. None too happy.
A little shot clock issue that we straightened out. Our second one of those. Two of the game. David Love on the drive. And a whistle and a foul.
And I like the back and forth chess game going between these two teams right now, these two coaching staffs. Long Beach State has come out of this zone defense. They've gone to the man. As they've transitioned into man defense, we've seen Arizona go to primarily high screen and roll at the top of the key, taking advantage of that. Either they're getting strong layups, lobs, or weak side threes.
That foul was on Lucina Traore, and that's it for him. 5, as Caleb Love will go to the free throw line. 5 players for Arizona in double figures, and the low man right now is Caleb Love, who's an 18-point scorer and missed his only free throw in the first half. He was a really, really good player at North Carolina. Excellent. And this year has become a great player with the Wildcats as the player of the year in the Pac-12. And Caleb, a second team All-American as well. And another one of those coming up later. Deron Holmes, also a second team All-American in our next game.
When you talk about Caleb Love transferring out of North Carolina, and he's the Pac-12 player of the year. His backcourt mate, R.J. Davis, is the ACC player of the year. Exactly. How special was that backcourt at one point?
Whistle and a foul on the drive. Tuesdays are all new on TLC. The Johnstons are back and better than ever. Don't miss a huge season of new adventures and even bigger surprises with 7 Little Johnstons, Tuesday at 10 on TLC. A.J. George, sophomore out of Fresno. The left-hander's got 10 points on the day off the bench. Larson goes out. And Jaden Bradley comes in for him.
And I spoke on Caleb Love and R.J. Davis, both being player of the year in their conference. And there's an opportunity for those guys to possibly meet head-to-head if both these teams keep winning.
That'd be something, wouldn't it?
And it's a weird situation because normally when a player leaves a school, either maybe the staff doesn't like that player or the player doesn't like the staff. It was one of those mutual divorces that was beneficial and worked out for everybody. Yeah. Coaching staff from Carolina is actually still in contact with Caleb Love from time to time.
Caleb in contact with the bottom of the net on that one. He might still end up with 18, his average, before it's over.
The only thing that might stop him is this
Oswell, here we go. 3-0. And Oswell will slam it. 18 for him. Look at, they're laughing about that. And make these guys beat the Wildcats from deep. They only have 3 3-pointers on the game. Thompson threw that one away.
And we talk about how fast Long Beach State plays and the tempo that they normally play with. And today only 12 fast break points. And you knew it was going to be a struggle. If they couldn't get out and run and make this a track meet in the half court, they were going to struggle with the bigger bodies of Arizona.
Holmes dribbles all the way across the baseline. Got out Traore. Stroud the kick out. There's a runner from Jones, and that goes. And stays.
He's got a foul on the weak side on Boswell.
Yep.
Yeah. A little extracurricular on the offensive rebound. See this much the basket counts, and they got the ball back.
They could have a 4 or 5 point trip then.
They need it.
Jones, 3 rims out. Love with the rebound, and then he's bumped by Sahonis. So he'll walk it down the other way. Right there.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Caleb Love had a little something.
Shot.
Caleb Love had a little something to say to Sahonis. He didn't like the area where he was fouled at.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, no one likes to get hit in the face.
The only problem today has been free throws. 1 for 3. Had to talk that one in.
When you're a good shooter, you get that shooter's bounce. Members only bounce, what they call it. I was not a member.
Sahonis checks out. Caleb Love looking for number 15. Got it. So now it's Boswell with 18. Larson and Love with 15. Keyshawn Johnson with 13 and Ballo with 11. Nice balance by the Wildcats.
Excellent balance.
And foul before the shots will be on Jaden Bradley. So we approach the 5-minute mark.
Got to figure Arizona's going to start emptying this bench soon. Don't want anything to happen to any of your key guys. 24-point lead.
With another game 2 days from now.
Oh, yeah. Got to rest those legs.
$11 points for AJ. And offensive rebound by Stroud that goes.
Stroud continues the strong play.
He's got 13. Their leading scorer. Love the kick out. Boswell gave up a 3. He'll give it back to Love for a 3. Got it. Well, I said he'd probably end up on his average of 18 before it's over. He's there.
Didn't force the action at all. Let the game totally come to him. Allowed his teammates to eat early on, and then he just ended up being the closer.
That one knocked out of bounds by Johnson. Still beach ball.
Great job by Boswell. Penetrates the teeth of the defense. Love gets the defender off balance, threatens the drive, and then the nice step back jumper. Bench loves it.
Traore, the crossover dribble. And he draws a foul. Boubacar, first trip to the free throw line today. Has a double-double, but it's been a quiet one. Point number 11. Came in averaging 12, but also 8.3 rebounds a game. So Lucina was the #1 rebounder in the Big West at over 10 a game. He's #2. Nice to have 2 of the best rebounders on the same team.
That's normally a good thing. You have guys that can end the defensive possession with a rebound or get you an extra possession when you're on the offensive end. That normally goes quite well for you.
Try a little full court pressure here. Boswell has no problem with that.
And Arizona just has it on cruise control right now. The pressure is not bothering him at all. Whether it's man-to-man defense or zone defense, that's not bothering him.
Love, 3's off the mark. Show was one of his free throws, and they denied me. 3 out of 4 from the line for Omar.
Oh, showing free throw shooting isn't
hey, man,
as exciting as the dunks.
Come on, for him, that's a strong day. 75% from the line.
Very strong.
Love all alone for the rebound.
Arizona, you got to like what you've seen this game. Started out a little bit rocky, missing some easy layups. The nerves were there, the jitters, you could tell. But as they've settled in, they've just got quality shots, whether it's zone, man-to-man, no matter what. Played a very strong game, defensively as well.
We were tied with a couple minutes left in the first half, and then Arizona went on a 7-0 run to end the half. That 7-0 run turned into a 16-0 run, and they have not looked back.
And you understand this team, they heard about what happened last year. Princeton, and they didn't want to come out and let that happen again. A couple of guys on this team were still there from last year's squad, so came out obviously a little tight, but once those nerves settled down, it was smooth sailing, and it was all downhill. The Wildcats.
And Sahonis just couldn't get his game going offensively. He's on the bench right now with 10 points, and he's probably done for the day.
Arizona did an excellent job on Sahonis. He didn't get any easy looks. He has 10 points, but only 3 of 13 from the field, and he did most of his damage from the free throw line.
Well, we're going to try a little more pressure, but Arizona hasn't had any problem with it, usually because Boswell had it in his hands.
Yeah, they got a bunch of guards out there. You got Boswell, Love, Bradley. They're breaking this pressure with ease.
Arizona looking to use a little bit of the clock as we worked our way under 3 minutes. Caleb Love got threes off the mark. And the Beach, Stroud with a rebound.
That's one of those shots. Love right now is not taking to the basket on purpose. He doesn't want any part of any contact. He's trying to run this squad down. Smart play.
Traore has come to life in the second half. 10 of his 14 points. Boswell pull up 3. That one clanged off the side of the rim. And going to have a foul.
Coach Lloyd has not liked the last 2 shots by Love or Boswell. He yelled at his guys, "Hey, drive the ball." He's like, "Coach, we up 19. We're not trying to take any contact right now. We're trying to get out of here."
And we'll walk it down the other way. This has been the top guy for Long Beach State today. 6'10" senior out of Fresno, Mari Stroud. Saw a season average and what he's done so far. Looking for point number 14 from the line.
Stroud came into the game with big energy.
And Munson, will he coach again or just retire? 2 minutes from now, those 2 ladies may be wondering the same thing, or they know the answer to that. Wife and daughter. And a new career high for Amari Stroud. Not a bad way to play in the NCAA tournament game. Picked up 14 points. And one too many passes, and it's getting a little sloppy for Arizona.
Yeah, right now Arizona's taking their foot off the gas, and the last 2 shots combined with the turnover haven't been what this coaching staff would like to see.
You guys mentioned Coach Munson's run with his team comes to an end here. Abubakar was talking about his coach and said we wanted to send him out on a better note. They knew going into the conference tournament it wasn't the way they wanted to be playing. It was their common goal to make sure that that would happen, that people would remember him this way. His last season with Long Beach, that he would bring the team to an NCAA tournament, which is what he obviously has done, even if they aren't able and won't be able to get the win here today.
Well, the weird thing is they went into the Big West tournament on a 5-game losing streak, and that was part of the whole thing about them saying, okay, it's mutually agreed upon, or you're not going to be retained as a head coach. And then they get hot at the right minute, and they played great in the first half here today. And I think this crowd is going, man, if they beat Arizona, this is crazy. What a way to go out. But Arizona came back in the second half, and it's been all Wildcats. That's 20 points for Colin Boswell.
One of the big reasons why Arizona has this lead right now. Boswell's strong play.
He started off kind of slow. First 5 or 6 minutes of the game, he didn't do much.
Missed a layup, and then he just got hot for 3.
Yep.
And it's one of those things, when you start getting quality looks and you see a couple of 3-point shots go down, then your confidence goes up.
Yeah.
Confidence has been down for a couple of games, but got a couple of really easy looks, especially from the corner. Next thing you know, Boswell's cooking.
And now some of the guys that don't see a lot of floor time for both teams coming out here in the last minute and 15 seconds. Boswell, career high 20. At the free throw line is Jaden Bradley. Came to Long Beach State after a time in Alabama. Coming out of high school, his two choices were Alabama or Arizona, so they still had that connection. And a sad day for Marcus Sahonis, who didn't play to the level that he wanted to play today. And Coach Maddox Munson, Coach Munson's son out there to get some time here in the last minute as well, which is always nice. And kept alive by Krivas.
Oh, man, you could tell the Arizona bench really wanted that shot to go in.
And we're going to have a foul on the rebound.
Nothing better for the starters when you go sit down at the end of the bench and you see the guys that don't normally get a chance to play get in and have their moment in the sun.
That work just as hard in practice and everything every day.
Work super hard in practice, so you always want to see those guys shine.
Jeff Yan at the free throw line. I like him as a defensive tackle.
Yeah. That's a big guy right there.
McGuire Munson, grad assistant to his dad on this team too, so the family all involved.
It's got to be great coming to work every day and getting a chance to be with both your kids.
No doubt. Jeffrey Yan, 1 of 2, only his 8th point of the season, but a chance to do it on the big stage in the NCAA tournament.
You're right, Yan is a massive guy.
Alex inbounds. He goes in on the final minutes. And Conrad Martinez. He's a guy that can shoot. He's a pure point guard. Played on a lot of those Spanish national teams. 19 and under category. Some tall timber in there to get that one away.
I think that's going to do it. Arizona's just going to dribble it out. Impressive win for the Wildcats.
Only a couple points under their average. As Tommy Lloyd told Dana at halftime, not quite the game that we're used to as far as scoring points, but to do what they did in the second half and pour on the gas. And there's two old friends with one last hug on the court together. 85-65, the final. Number 2 seed takes down Long Beach State, the number 15 seed here in round 1 of the West region.